Hi teachers. So I have 5 or maybe 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to tell you everything that you will need to know for WeChat. We'll talk about the who, the what, the why, the how, and then I will give you 2 beautiful, cool tricks for translations and for a couple of other things. So let's get started. So number 1, the what. What is WeChat? So if you can think about Facebook, Instagram, PayPal, Amazon, all wrapped up into one, this is what WeChat is in China. It is their social media, it is their billing, they can purchase from Alipay, they can pay for pizzas or whatever they want with their phone. So it is the #1 communication at this point in time that is in China. How many people? 1 billion people are on WeChat. 1 billion. It's amazing. Who owns WeChat? Well, this kind of gets into a tricky situation. As in China, everything is a tricky situation. So it is owned officially by Tencent, but Tencent, if you know, is one of the backers, the most recent backer of VIP Kid. They are investors. They also are the translation tool for our parent feedback. So give or take a little bit of bad translation, sometimes better than Google, sometimes worse than Google. But the Chinese government heavily supports them. What does that mean? Well, no one really knows. If they support them financially, if they support them by having 5G bandwidth, if they support them by allowing them to exist. But what we do know is that if you Google WeChat, you can tell that there are tons of times and experiences when protesters or maybe somebody has said something about Muslim Uyghurs or any kind of other thing that the Chinese government does not like, it will be scrubbed from WeChat. And so we already know that we're being recorded and watched, but this is something that you should think about before you join. So why? The question is always, why do I need this? And for almost 1.5 years, I didn't use this at all. I didn't want to. I had heard horror stories. I had been on WeChat because my boyfriend goes to China every summer, and that is the only way. You can't, when you're in China, you can't have Skype, you can't have Facebook, you can't have Google Chat, you can't have any of that unless you want to use a VPN, and those are very slow video. So it'll constantly get cut off. With WeChat, we have no problem. It's free, and we can video chat and message all day long. I didn't join WeChat to invite my students or my parents or my LPs, but now I have maybe 4 or 5 students. I love seeing what they're doing. I also see how they are progressing through their project. The other thing is that I recently went to China with VIP Kid on the November trip. And when you show your QR code and they can scan it, all of the LPs, the learning partners wanted to scan it. Everybody that we saw at the headquarters wanted to scan WeChat QR codes. So it was perfect. So I have a lot of LPs that are now currently on my WeChat, and I actively cultivate a relationship with them on a daily basis. Word of advice. Never, ever, never, ever, 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 never connect with a student. So if you think that the student is the profile, do not connect. You do have a way of messaging before you accept the, I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like a friend request. But you should be dealing with parents, LPs, maybe VIP Kid employees, and that's it. No kids, even if they're 16, 17, it doesn't matter. How? So we're going to go through a step-by-step, but the how is you need to be on a laptop, iPad, phone, computer, whichever, that's what you need. You need to have a phone number, And if you're going to use two devices, I have it on my iPad and I also have it on my phone, then it's going to ask you to shoot the QR code. Simple, you click on the app, you get it downloaded to your phone or your iPad or your computer or wherever, and then you go through the process. It is going to have you verify your phone number. It is also going to have you like shift like a puzzle piece, and it is going to have you potentially be approved by somebody who is already a WeChat user. I didn't have this problem, but it's possible that because my boyfriend had me in the contacts, then they automatically were like, oh, she knows him and he knows her, which leads me to the other point. Do not allow them in your contacts. This is the Chinese government, and you will have allowed them into potentially every single contact that you have. There'll be a question and you just don't allow it. All right, so let's go through a step-by-step, and then I'm going to show you the cool tricks that will help you tremendously. Okay, so you have signed up to WeChat. If you haven't, press this on hold. And the two things that I would suggest that you do, number one, do not allow them to have your contacts. And number two, your WeChat ID is very, very important. Here is what I would suggest. So here is the WeChat app. You just click on it. And here, under me, we'll have the WeChat ID. Notice that mine says Teacher Danielle 2018 for my WeChat ID. And then my name, don't give your last name, but your name is your stage name. This is something that I can change no matter what. So this is easy for me to change. This is what WeChat will look like on the iPad and most likely on the laptop and on the computer. And this is what it will look like, the me that will be on my phone. So from here, just a couple of simple things. You can click on your profile picture and change and edit your profile picture. I would encourage you not to do it in a classroom because, again, the VIP thing. The WeChat, even if I try to click on the WeChat ID, I cannot change it, but my name I can change. And then my QR code, which is the vitally important thing. WeChat will automatically generate your WeChat code, but if you want to, you can change the style, save, or scan another QR code. If you want to change the style, I think there's like 10 or 12 of them. The problem is that if you like this one, and then you're like, oh, let me see if I like this one, you can't go back to the other one. You have to go through and scroll through all of them and change them. So it really depends if it makes any difference to you. If you want to show this to parents, what you can do is just hold your phone up or your QR code and they will scan it. So that's this profile area under me. If you wanted to, you can click the camera and it comes up, but it's the same way that we do it here. So I'm going to show you here. It shows discover. Whoops. It shows you a discover, and this is what's considered moments. So moments are like a Facebook feed, and you can scan, and this is your number one clearly awesome, cool trick of the day. Clearly, I can scan, and I can have my QR code in there, but notice this little thing right here. It says translate. And so I have a copy here of a feedback, but I wouldn't have to do that. I could actually pull the feedback up in my classroom. But if I want to, I can click here, and as long as it's focused, click it like I'm clicking a picture, and look it actually translates it. Now, it translates it in a way that Tencent translates it. So it's the same translation, but I will show you why this is important later on. So we're gonna click out of that, and we're gonna click out of that. And we're gonna go to, I don't use any of these. We're gonna go to moments. Here is another bonus. So you have notifications, and some of these are LPs. Some of them, like she is an LP, she is an LP, she is an LP. He is an LP, And it kind of tells me what they are showing the parents. So that's an awesome thing that I get to chance to look at. But say I don't understand what this means. All I'm going to do is take my finger, hold it. It gives me copy, add to favorites, or translate. And sure enough, it translates it. So if I want to look and see what they're doing, they're actually going to talk about what you shouldn't do in a critical period of their child's growth. I think that's pretty awesome. So how do you create your moments? And you're just going to click on this little button, and it's going to say take a photo or choose from your album. You can choose from your album, and you can click on that, done, and I can write thinking of China today and post it. Boom, it's up there. And I can go through, you can also look, just like Facebook, you can go to me and your posts, which says my posts, and I can go through and talk about all of the things that I have done. These are pictures of us while we were in the VIP Kid headquarters. This one is in Shanghai. These girls were hilariously fun, and Tavon was hilarious as well. So also, the cool thing is that you can actually see your children on WeChat. So you can look at the chats. This is just like a messenger. You can look at the contacts. These are all my contacts. And you can search the contacts. So I'm going to, this is another key point. When you do get parents, you want to put like Lucas's mom or somebody's mom so that you can remember. And here are all of her, like her Facebook feed, her moments. Okay, so I found it.
Hello, I am Lucas. There are 4 people in my family. My dad, my mom, my sister, and me. My dad is tall. He is a worker. My mom is a teacher.
So I hope that this has gotten you excited about starting WeChat and maybe less freaked out about what to do with WeChat. Again, I did not start it for a year and a half because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to contact students, but I started to contact students about times that I was going to be gone last summer because I had a problem where I thought that I was only going to be gone a week, and it turned into 5 weeks, and I was able to communicate that way. And I really enjoy seeing what they're doing. I really enjoy watching them, and they love seeing me when I travel. I hope that this has been helpful to you. If it's not, please let me know why. Please let me know why you're stuck, and maybe I can help you. One of the reasons, the biggest reasons that people are blocked from WeChat is because they set up the profile, but then they don't have anybody verify it right away. And my goal for you would be to get it set up, and within minutes, take a screenshot of your QR code, load it onto whatever Facebook group you want to, and have somebody verify it. Let them know that they have to have been a WeChat account holder for at least 6 months. I will talk to you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching till the end. I always save these little special things until the end because I want to make sure that I reward the people who are watching it all the way to the end. So if you want any kind of dino emojis that I have, what you can do is you can actually friend me or WeChat me, scan my QR code at the end, and then I will give you one of these. It doesn't matter which one, because if you want it, what you can do is you can press down on it and hit add to stickers, and you will get the whole set. And look at these adorable stickers. All right, have a great day. Happy teaching.
You give me feelings that I'd never thought I would